Hello, everyone. It is me, Mr. Bonehead. No need to be scared of me. I'm friendly. Now, you guys are probably wondering, why am I doing one of these review videos and not Magni Gunnarsson, who does it all the time? Well, let's just say he is not interested in reviewing the film that we are reviewing today, and he will explain why at the end of the video. Anyways, I would like to introduce you guys to the reviewers for the day, the ones I invited. For Marvel, we have Venom.
Hello, we are Venom.
For DC, we have the Joker.
Well, hello there. Do you want to know how I got these scars?
For Star Wars, we have Luke Skywalker. Hey everyone. For Jurassic Park, we have Alan Grant.
Hi.
For Transformers, we have Megatron.
Greetings, people. I am Megatron.
For Middle-earth, we have Gollum.
Hello, Francis. If you are Francis Precious.
For Harry Potter, we have Phileas Flitwick. Good morning, everyone. For Lego, we have Bad Cop.
Let's hope there's still a good cop in me somewhere.
Hey everybody, it is an absolute honor to finally be in one of those review videos. For The Matrix, we have Morpheus.
Welcome, everyone.
And finally, for Terminator, we have John Connor.
Hello.
But anyways, now that that's out of the way, let's get on with this review, shall we? So, I have a question for you guys. What is your honest opinion on this movie?
I thought it was great. I mean, it sure did have a lot of intense moments and everything.
True, but I feel like most of the movie just feels a bit too depressing.
Yeah, normally I don't get depressed that easily. But then again, this is apparently supposed to be my origin story.
Oh, yes! A villain origin story. Every villain needs those.
Shut up! Except this time, we have a totally different characterization of the Joker, where his real name is Arthur Fleck, and he has some kind of uncontrollable laughter condition.
And because of that, he was badly treated by a lot of people.
I don't get it. Why do we need a sympathetic version of the Joker? I thought the Joker is supposed to be a supervillain, not a sympathetic character.
Also, nobody, not even the audience, is supposed to know my real name or see my real face. The only thing they should see from my face is a smile. But despite that, Joaquin Phoenix's acting in this movie was phenomenal, and he was perfect casting as the Joker. Absolutely. Way better than Jared Leto, definitely.
He did his best, though, I think.
Sure, but neither of them will ever top Mark Hamill. Or Heath Ledger. We also definitely need to give Joaquin Phoenix lots of praise for all the effort that he put into the role. Especially the laughter.
Absolutely. He definitely handled the Joker's laugh so well. And he also was able to do the Joker's laugh while make his face look like he's crying. That is not easy, yet he pulled it off. And he also, as well, lost a lot of weight just for this role. I actually thought that was impressive. Oh yeah, I noticed that just by looking at how skinny he looked throughout the film. Like, wow. His dedication to the role was incredible.
There were a lot of things going on throughout the film, but the main plot of the film is Arthur going through a lot of downfalls. Yes, well, first he started off working as a clown who dances in public, who then gets bullied by a bunch of kids, and at some point after that, one of his co-employees, Randall, gave him a gun, so that the next time he gets into this situation, he can defend himself. But that only got him into trouble, to the point where he got fired from his job.
But then he uses that gun to kill 3 guys and the separations.
That part was pretty intense, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Arthur also had history involving his parents and his childhood, which was probably one of the most shocking parts of the movie.
Yeah. First we see Arthur living alone with his mother, who is sick. I think she was having a stroke or something. But then it turns out she was not who he or we thought she was. What was her name again, by the way? Pamela?
Penny.
Penny. We knew that.
No, I knew that. You forgot.
Shut up, Eddie.
There was one thing about my family issues I didn't understand. I mean, the only part I did understand was me being abused as a child, and my mother didn't do anything about it, so I ended up killing her. But there's one thing I do not understand. Is Thomas Wayne my biological father? And if he is, does that mean Batman is my brother?
Plot twist!
Yeah. One of the most ridiculous plot twists I've ever heard. They probably shouldn't have included the Waynes in this movie at all, because honestly, they bring nothing to the actual plot.
Not to mention, this version of Thomas Wayne was kind of a jerk. Yeah, but that is what you expect from an overprotective father trying to protect his son. I mean, after all, Arthur did meet Bruce Wayne as a child. Yeah, I guess that's true.
Speaking of which, if Bruce Wayne was a child in this movie, how old was Arthur? And how old will he be when he and Batman become enemies?
Well, Joaquin Phoenix was in his 40s during the making of this movie, so by the time he becomes Batman's arch nemesis, perhaps he will be in his 70s?
You're calling me an old man?
Now that's funny. And then we get to probably the most well-known scenes of the entire movie. The Joker's drama and speech in the Murray Franklin show. Towards the end of the movie. Ah yes, we forgot to mention one character. Murray Franklin, played by Robert De Niro, who was a famous talk show host in Gotham, who Arthur used to be a really big fan of until it seemed like he was making fun of his stand-up comedy that he did. And then Arthur got invited to be on Murray Franklin's show as a special guest, and when he finally got into the show, the scene gets more dramatic as it goes along.
Yes, he talks about how others treat him, admits that he finds it funny when they get what they deserve, and then he shoots Franklin's in the head.
I'll admit, that was the best scene in the entire movie. Especially the part where he says, "You get what you deserve."
Language. Now I have to bleep that. Thanks a lot, man.
And one more thing. I thought the Arkham Asylum scene at the end of the movie was not very needed.
Yeah. To be honest, I think the movie should have ended after the scene before that, where I officially became the Clown Prince of Crime with an army of masked clowns. And then I used my own blood to put a smile on my face. I think the movie should have ended after that. But that's just my honest opinion.
Anyways, that will be it for this review. Now, as I said at the start of the video, Magni Gunnarsson would like to say a few words. Hello everyone. My name is Magni Gunnarsson, and I am Mr. Bonehead's editor. And I have a channel of my own, be sure to check it out. And normally, I am the one doing these kind of review videos, but I wasn't interested in doing a review for the Joker movie, and I'm gonna tell you why. Yes, I did see this film recently, and I didn't like it. I'm sorry, I just didn't like it. I know there are a lot of people who do like this film, but me, I don't. I thought it was boring, confusing, and there were several things that didn't make sense to me. And I just got really bored watching this film to the point where I'm just not in the mood in reviewing it. Yeah, sure, there were plenty of gory and intense moments here and there, but many other scenes are just sad and depressing. And most of the time, the Joker just either gets disrespected or bullied. that's not something I really want to see in a DC movie. Now, would I be okay if something like that happens in a few scenes in a DC film? Sure, that's fine. But throughout most of the film, no. Now, don't get me wrong. I think Joaquin Phoenix's performance as the character was phenomenal. I will admit that. And I do appreciate all the effort that he put into the role. But I just really wish they didn't reveal his true identity. Because I feel like revealing the Joker's real name ruins the character. For me, at least. I like it better if nobody, not even the audience, knows his real name. Because it makes him more of an interesting character, in my opinion. Look, I know they kinda revealed Jack Nicholson's Joker's real name in the 1989 Batman movie, if any of you guys are gonna brag about that. But the thing is, that was an issue I have with Jack Nicholson's Joker. Otherwise, he was a great Joker, in a great film. And if any of you guys are perfectly fine with the Joker's name being revealed, I'm not gonna complain. I respect your opinion. I just prefer that they don't. The movie also had some questionable subplots. For example, we see Arthur having a relationship with the character played by Sassy Beats, which turns out all this time it was just an imagination. Then what the heck was the point of all that? Why is that in the film? Am I missing something? Am I missing the point? I don't know, just comment down below, I guess. But the number one subplot I thought was most questionable was when Arthur apparently found out that Thomas Wayne is his biological father. Like, what? Where did that come from? Does that mean Batman and the Joker are brothers? Is that what they're trying to do? Give me a break. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the movie. I don't think it was needed. We did not need to know the Joker's real name. The Joker did not need an origin story, nor his own movie. And I think this movie was honestly pointless from the start. Especially because of knowing what happens at the end of the second movie. Makes me further wish that this movie never existed. Oh, and speaking of the sequel, I will not feel bad for saying this. Not in the slightest. I will not be watching the sequel. Not even for a review. I don't want to see it. I just prefer avoiding this franchise and sticking with DC movies that I enjoy watching. And based on all the bad reviews that the sequel got, from both critics and the audience, I'm probably doing the right thing. But anyways, that's all I have to say. Thank you all for listening, and bye-bye.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave a like. And if you would like to request any type of videos, especially Minecraft-related videos, let me know in the comments and we will try our best to work on it. And while you're at it, be sure to subscribe so you never miss out on brand new videos.